The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a business revolutionary by sharing a fan braggin' story of great customer service by using the hashtag FanBrag or calling the Fan Braggin' hotline at 855-FAN-BRAG, FANBRAG. Now back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Hey, welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join us for ours. We appreciate you. Sitting in for Angel Tussey is our friend Lynn Hurlburt. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome. Glad to be here.
Very nice to have you. And listen, folks, probably something that each and every one of us has gone through or will go through in our lives. Buying or selling a home is obviously a big step. And for many, it's the hardest step, just getting started. Many people have resolved to do just this in 2018, but what pitfalls lie ahead? Well, we have a housing expert from Realtor.com, Sarah Staley, hanging out with us today, and she has a list of top tips for aspiring home buyers and sellers to kickstart their 2018 New Year's resolutions. Sarah Staley, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Thank you. It's wonderful to be here.
Well, it is our pleasure to have you on the program, and tell us, we've got a whole bunch of questions about the real estate market, both locally as well as on a national platform. Here in Denver, as you can imagine, things are booming. I mean, super hot, and I know that it's happening in a lot of major metropolitan areas around the area. Give us a 30,000-foot view. What's the state of real estate today?
Well, the state of real estate is that it is hot across the country. In fact, we expect 2018 to continue to be a seller's market. Home prices are going to continue to increase, but on the bright side, we don't expect the increase to be quite as quickly as last year. And homes are going to sell quickly. Inventory is still tight, and now's the time to get in the market if you want to take advantage of time being on your side.
Right. I have a question. Okay. So I do a guy's hair. He works for Zillow. So I kind of get that concept of Zillow, but do you think that will ever replace a realtor online?
A realtor so a realtor is the number one tip that I have, whether you're buying or selling, whatever year it is.
Absolutely.
A professional. So, find an agent who you feel comfortable with, because they will help you navigate the process every step of the way. You really can't replace the expertise that they have locally, understanding the neighborhoods, understanding your personality, what's right for your family. What's your short, mid, and long-term goal, and how is that going to fit within the area that they have real expertise, and they also have that financial as well as emotional hook with you to see through the highs and the lows.
Absolutely. Now, Sarah, define for us, if you will, the differentiation, because I think there is one between a realtor and a real estate agent.
Well, actually, I just consider them all real estate professionals, right? So there can be a difference. Yeah. So there can be a difference in the qualifications that you're looking for, whether you're going to buy or sell. Look, if you've already worked with a real estate professional in the past and it's worked for you, you're set.
All right.
But if you haven't, though, think about what it is you're really trying to accomplish this year. Are you buying or selling? Talk to some friends who've used, real estate professionals that they've enjoyed. Interview a couple and really find the personal connection that works for you. You want to have a nice connection, good, open communication. I kind of consider it like dating. You don't marry the first person you meet. So
that's what I did wrong.
To make sure that right? So make sure that you're really thinking about what's going to work for you. What are you looking to accomplish? And that there's a really good, nice chemistry between you and ultimately who you work with.
All right, let's jump through a few of the tips that you've got for specifically for buyers. What's tip number one? What's important for the buyers?
Yeah. So if you're going to buy in 2018, I've got about 3 tips for you.
Sure.
Number one, you get your financial house in order. Take the time to look at your budget. And you also want to comparison shop for rates and loans, because not all lenders will have the same rate.
Okay.
Really importantly,
Go ahead.
number one, get your financial house in order. 2, shop for rates and loans. And you can start doing that now if you have your finances squared away.
All right.
So, you just want to make sure that there are a lot of loan options out there. So you want to make sure you get all the information with the options you qualify for.
Sounds good.
And start online. So once you've taken a look at your finances, you've gotten pre-approved, start online and do some research from the comfort of your home. Really check out the types of homes that you can afford. What are your goals and objectives? Make sure that your eyes aren't bigger than your wallet.
Your eyes are always going to be bigger than your wallet. Yeah. But Sarah Lynn had a question about starting online.
Get on Realtor.com really and kind of know what to expect in your certain price range.
But didn't you want to know, Lynn, is something about Amazon? Is Amazon going to take the place of realtors anytime soon?
I don't know anything about that, but I know that, while you can find a lot of information online, as we discussed earlier, that professional real estate connection is super critical. So, while you start online, you can find a ton of information there, everything from the houses with their beautiful pictures and their price points, all the way down to local amenities like school districts and coffee shops and grocery stores. But then, do find that real estate professional who can guide you through what it is that you want to achieve, because they'll help you negotiate the process, and it's not always an easy one.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, and let's address some of the tips for the sellers.
Yeah, so this is your market this year if you're a seller. So think about it. Number one, make sure your price is right. Your home value shouldn't be a guessing game. And if you haven't been in the market for a while, you might be surprised at how much your home is worth. So get a true understanding of the value that you're sitting on top of and price it right. Number two, take advantage of the peak selling season, the spring and summer months. So when people typically are looking to get out in the market because of the, summer schedules of schools. So if you're going to be selling this year, that's going to be a very competitive time, and you're going to just be ready. Expect demand to be up.
All right.
And the third tip is make a good first impression, because buying a home is an emotional one. So invest in a little TLC, and it could really make a big difference.
A little curb appeal goes a long way.
So I have a question. Let's say, okay, so I'm going to sell my house. I would do it in the spring or summer, right? If I was going to sell my house. So where am I going to live for 6 months when I want to buy in November and December? Do people ask that question?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can think about this really creatively. So if you look, anybody who gets into the market now and starts to take advantage of these, what we would call a quieter time, could have a real advantage. So if you're looking to sell right now, you could, take advantage of those who were truly looking to maximize on the market, because they know that there's limited resources. They know that there's limited inventory, and they're strategic. But at the same time, if you're buying, there's just an advantage to getting out there early.
Sure.
And you can also work with your realtor to put contingencies in place to make sure that it works out for you based on timing.
Oh, okay.
Good answer.
Well, but with those contingencies, and we're looking at about a minute left here. With those contingencies, I've seen the contingency where it says, "I will sell you this home provided I'll buy this home provided my house sells." But in the case where, let's say we sell during the summer, but we don't want to go shopping until November or December. Is there transitional housing or available, or do we just hit the hotel and wait for it?
Well, I think in every case it's going to be different, and this is where your real estate professional can be helpful. But this is also where this is where you really need to start thinking now about what truly are my goals and objectives. Because if the market is going to be hot, if it is a seller's market, what will that mean for me financially? And, ultimately, what is it that you want to accomplish in your life? And make it work for you.
Yeah, it's good stuff. All right. Well, our guest has been Sarah Staley with Realtor.com. Is there any other information that we want to present to our audience? We got about 10, 15 seconds left here, Sarah.
Yeah. If you need additional tips, be sure to go to Realtor.com and do use a real estate professional. They'll help you see through your home buying or selling success for this year.
Yep, that's solid. Thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate your presence. And folks, go check out Realtor.com. And man, good luck in your house buying or selling. It's a heavy, active market. Lynn and I will be back right after these messages. Don't go anywhere. This is the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros.